China's military says that it will continue conducting large-scale drills near Taiwan. And this comes just one day after Beijing announced its live-fire exercises that put Taiwan on alert for more than 4 days had ended. Taiwan is accusing China of using drills as a test run for a possible invasion. So here with more on this is Isaac Stonefish. He's a CBS News contributor and CEO of Strategy Risks, a China-focused research firm. Isaac, thanks for joining us. So why this back and forth with China? First saying that the drills were only going to last, a certain number of days, and now it looks like they're back on again. And the drills kind of are sort of taking the form of a bit of a blockade around Taiwan.
Could have been a miscommunication or a last-minute decision by Chinese Chairman Xi to extend the drills. The message that Beijing seems to be sending is if they want to seize Taiwan by force, they can. And if they want to block Taiwan from the global economy, they can do that as well.
So, what's the impact of this tension? The impact that it's having on the rest of the region? I know Japan has expressed concern. Australia has expressed concern. How's the rest of the world reacting?
So right now, fairly cautiously, but I think internally there's a lot of very serious planning among high-level military officials who realize war between major powers is certainly not just a 20th century idea, and that it is very possible that Beijing does try to seize Taiwan by force, and the United States does potentially get involved. And it's hard to imagine that not turning into World War III.
So, the hope is that cooler heads prevail. But what's the expected U.S. stance if tensions escalate between Taiwan and China? I've been hearing sort of a lot of discussions about whether or not, Nancy Pelosi visiting Taiwan has now sort of set a bit of a benchmark for other American politicians that, whatever happens with Congress after the midterms, whoever's the next Speaker of the House will feel some sort of obligation to also go to Taiwan. Once again, kind of testing China, if you will.
It's certainly possible, though I think it's important to note that by standing firm, the U.S. is more likely to deter war rather than incite. The biggest question about a war between China and Taiwan is whether or not the U.S. gets involved. And the more the U.S. can signal that it would get involved, the less likely, we hope, for Beijing to attack.
Just really quickly, how is Taiwan reacting to all of this? They welcomed Nancy Pelosi's visit.
So far, with a stiff upper lip and calmness and confidence. We'll see how long that lasts, but things seem to be from a very brave perspective right now.
Isaac Stonefish, thank you so much.